Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for...
Facing one of the best duos in European, if not all of football. And his game has peaked to something very close to what his predecessors delivered.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. That's a sharp pass. Van Basten. Van Basten! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. And now they can spring out of defence. Bellingham. Guendouzi. Wriggles his way through, and he decides to... He rises! He can get that clear. Oh, that is a nice touch. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. A couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Over to the left. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. Botafogo already a man down in these early stages. That has left the boss thinking about what harm it has done to their chances. What a sensational save from Ederson! Oh no, what has happened here? Out to the left it goes. Zanetti. Played back in. Now it's Van Basten. Can he get on the end of this? He's a sharp little ball here. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Terrific header! Now, who's going to be... Oh, what has happened here? Gnabry in a big header! Goal! Botafogo! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
Botafogo have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
He's got tall. Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
It's their second corner of the game. Earned a reprieve for the time being. That's a throw. And it's Kukçu. Robertson gets into some space. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Chouameni. Bellingham. Gnabry. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that's put paid to a promising move. Tar. Costa Curta. And it's gone back to the keeper. Chouameni. Bellingham. Cannavaro. Decent progress down the left. Robertson. Swings in across. Tries a shot! It's in! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, good spread. He is through here. Gnabry with the delivery. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Played out to the right. The cross. Bullish header! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Well, there's the clearance. Zanetti. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Robertson looking to go deep. Koundé. Baresi makes the interception.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Deep into stoppage time. Botafogo finding their passes. Tries to get it clear. And it's Robertson. Zanetti calmly anticipates. And we've reached half-time. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half of football. It's 1-1, but it could easily be 3-3 or more. Great neck speed, brilliance.
Belgium are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. Botafogo get the second half started. Baresi chooses to go cross-field. And he was quick to react. Kukçu is always looking to break lines. Osimhen. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Bellingham. That's Cannavaro. Baresi. That has found him in acres of space. Out of play for a goal kick. Baresi cuts out the pass. Now it's Osimhen. And it's ended up in no man's land. Kukçu looking for options for movement. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Kukçu. Osimhen. No way through. Baresi. Cannavaro. And it's Gnabry. Zanetti. Osimhen. And it's Van Basten. Kukçu. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Cannavaro. And they've switched it over to the other side. Kukçu. And it's Robertson. He's going for goal! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Denied by an instinctive save.
Robertson clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
So, third corner of the game. And he's taking no chances there. Koundé. Botafogo are looking to go forward now. And here's Van Basten. Taken back almost at once. And he shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Now it's Osimhen. Costa Curta. Van Basten. Lovely. Can he finish? And here's Van Basten. Looking for the run. Good read, needed to be. Osimhen chasing after it. Now it's Osimhen. Now it's Sorloth. Baresi. Played out towards the right wing. Back into the middle.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Chance, surely! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, he certainly reacted quicker than anyone else, Peter. He just couldn't keep his composure in the end.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And he can clear it away. And it's Modric. Now it's Batistuta. Looking to play him in. Thinks about... And the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Belgium! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Goes for a shot! And that was very necessary. Costa Curta. Belgium close now to seeing this one through to the end. Not the most convincing of passes.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Real chance! They've done it! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Belgium could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Shot could be on. It's Modric! And with that, the final whistle. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
And now,
Robertson claiming the Man of the Match award. And there is... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner, Peter, look no further.
Lionel Messi, the great genius himself. It felt almost unfair at times, didn't it, the way he just seemed to sweep the opposition aside. Even traditional bogey teams were just powerless to resist him when he was on his game.
Yeah, and I remember one game against the boys from Madrid.
He's gone for goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
Koundé clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Goulet.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Knocks it into space, and he's intervened well there. Modric, nicely shaped ball. Great vision, gets into some space. Modric. Robertson powering forward here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he cuts out the supply. Played out towards the right wing. Goulet. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Good chance here! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Goulet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Baresi is there and he can get that clear. Barcelona, and the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Rijkaard can get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. That's a cute ball. Oh, no joy this time. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Alexander-Arnold. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Totti. He won't be happy with that one. Alexander-Arnold. Out to the left it goes. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Hoisted in. He gets big. Oh, off the bar. A real chance and a real let-off. A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Now it's Osimhen. And this is Van. Applies the finish. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Picked up Van Basten! Goal! Belgium! And Belgium are ahead! That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And here's Zanetti. Lovely bit of skill. Totti. It's Totti! All right on the edge of the penalty area. What's he giving here? And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
To square things up. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
The goal scorer for Barcelona after 31 minutes
And that has added a whole new
15,
complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Pass is just off target. Darren Fletcher. Oh, that's well spotted. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Modric. In with the challenge. Darren Fletcher can so cleverly bypass the press. Looks to the other side. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Played into space. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Opts for safety. That's a throw. Foot in. Rijkaard. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Van Basten. That is a brilliant interception. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Osimhen. Searching pass he's played there. Now it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? He's in a great position here. Cruyff!
2 added minutes have
It's
been
loose,
indicated.
and oh, he's been caught napping. That's a throw. Costa Curta gets it clear. And here's Cruyff. Tar gets rid without sophistication. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
Those of you making their way home on public transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Now it's Van Basten. That's an imaginative pass. That's a shade optimistic. And that's put paid to a promising move. That has ended up in no man's land. Tar getting this one clear. Belletti. Threads one in. Well played, that has snuffed out. Could be danger here! Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Messi, and the shot! And it's come back out to him. Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Arda Güler. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Alexander-Arnold. Now he's got space here. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's got the beating of his man. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Koundé clears. Alexander-Arnold. Good ball over the top. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. It's a promising position. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now that's well seen too.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Osimhen. And this is Van Basten. Oh, good read. Goulet. Baresi spots it and intercepts. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Tries to pass it through. And Cruyff! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Totti. Now it's Cruyff. Modric. For Van Basten. And it's Modric. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Messi. Zanetti. Zanetti delivers. Real chance!
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Now it's Van Basten. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Somewhat off target. It's gone for a throw-in.
Substitutions taking place.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, who's going to be first to this? He's got away. Shot, surely! He scores! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
After 83 minutes is
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. De Bruyne proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Tar gets across to intercept that. Bale is onto this. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Spread out to the left. And that's it. Belgium did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Ukraine.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man? And a chance! Rijkaard. And it's Tonali. Osimhen is onto this. It's a pretty loose pass. Van Basten. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Van Basten! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Rijkaard. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Van Basten! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
No way through, so back it comes. And it's Tonali. Ukraine are looking to go forward now. Now it's Hazard. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Lewandowski. Zanetti gets across to intercept that. Nuno Mendes. This looks promising. Oh, it's Van Basten. Koundé did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That has ended up in no man's land. And here's Osimhen. Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
Belgium have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. Lewandowski is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He can get that clear. That was good pressure, just hounded him off it. Corner number 3 coming up. Osimhen! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Osimhen is offering a wry smile there. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Lewandowski had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Mbappe. And that pass just didn't quite work. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Belgium have definitely started much the stronger. They're far more creative.
De Bruyne can see things others simply cannot. De Bruyne. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Belgium have the chance to go the other way. Spread it left. Zanetti has it out wide and in space. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Hazard. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. And it's Doué. And Hazard. Lewandowski. Robertson. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Hazard. And it's Doué. Alexander-Arnold. Rafa Silva picks it up out wide. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. And it's made its way to him. And he's been shifted off it. Mbappe goes steaming forward.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, he's put a shade too much on that. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
Those of you making their
What do
way
you think
home
we're
on
up to
public
after 45
transportation
minutes?
today, please
Well,
watch the
I think
screen
despite
for
the
train departure
scoreline, it's
times
been
from all
watchable and
local major
enjoyable. We
stations.
certainly had a vibrant start, and if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for this second half.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0.
Substitutions taking place.
That gets things going for the second half.
Belgium have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Doué. Kukçu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Van Basten. Rijkaard.
Now it's Osimhen. Robertson. Oh, he's bust and the shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's there!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Belgium have broken through. It's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Corner number 2 then. Costa Curta attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Nice looking ball.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Tonali. And here's the chance to counter. Belgium are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. And the score is 1-0. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Rijkaard.
Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Ball driven towards the far post. Cleared away. Strong running down that left flank. He's found a way through. And it's Robertson. Oh, well played. Some resolute defending there. Brilliantly cut out. Doué.
Belgium have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And it's Azar. Zanetti wins the duel this time.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
He's having a go!
Substitution for Belgium. Number 45, Osserman. Number 21,
Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again.
Number 22, Robertson. Coming on the field.
Chance to deliver.
Number 18,
Adams gets it
Batistuta.
clear.
Number 7, Modric. Number 4, Silvestre.
Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down.
And Batistuta! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Lovely bit of skill. Koundé, can he get it through? That's a cute ball. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Azar. Doué. Doué going face-to-face with his great rival.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, it's Van Basten. Modric. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. De Bruyne. Now, can they get him away? Dunk with the clearance. Belgium close now to seeing this one through to the end. Modric into the last 5 minutes. Kind of somewhat off target. Zanetti. Batistuta. Chance, surely! Now, who's going to be first to this?
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Azar. Now Mbappe. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Has been indicated.
And he's managed to get rid. Doué. Showing great feet there. That's at the end. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Van Basten taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so.
Lost children's announcement.
Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, it was a fairly stern test with very little between two teams that scrapped for everything.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.